There are addictions that destroy lives. Alcohol, gambling, drugs. But there's another addiction, one that almost nobody talks about. An addiction that's praised, rewarded, and sometimes even mistaken for intelligence. It's the addiction to being right. Think about the last argument you had. Not the topic, the feeling. Did you really want the truth? Or did you just want to win? Have you ever kept arguing, even after you realized the conversation wasn't going anywhere? Not because you were looking for a better answer, but because admitting you might be wrong felt like losing. It almost feels like a war, where winning becomes more important than understanding. Psychologists have a name for this: the soldier mindset. When your identity, or in this case, your opinion, feels threatened, your mind stops thinking like a scientist and starts acting like a soldier. Its job isn't to find the truth. Its job is to defend territory. And in an argument, the territory is your opinion, your beliefs, your ego, your identity. A soldier doesn't ask, "What's true?" A soldier asks, "How do I win?" That's why people in win mode do the same things, almost on autopilot. They interrupt. They hunt only for evidence that agrees with them. They ignore anything that doesn't. They remember the points in their favor, and they twist what the other person actually said. In the early 1950s, a small UFO doomsday group believed the world would end on December 21st, 1954. They believed aliens would rescue the faithful right before a catastrophic flood wiped out humanity. Psychologist Leon Festinger and his team quietly joined the group, just to watch what would happen when the prophecy failed. Midnight came. Nothing happened. The world didn't end. You'd think everyone would admit they were wrong. Instead, many became even more convinced. Some decided their faith had been so strong, it convinced higher powers to spare humanity. The failed prophecy didn't break their belief, it strengthened it. That case became one of the foundations of cognitive dissonance theory. Once the brain switches objectives, truth becomes optional, and winning becomes the whole point. A couple arguing over who remembered something correctly. A coworker defending an idea that clearly isn't working, just because it was their idea. A friend who dismisses your advice, then takes the exact same advice 2 weeks later when someone else says it. Strange, isn't it? Changing our minds is uncomfortable, not because the new idea is hard to understand, but because our egos have to let go of the old one first. So the next time someone disagrees with you, pause. Ask yourself, am I protecting the truth, or am I protecting my pride? Is this even a real discussion, or are we both acting like soldiers, defending our fortresses of ego? Once you start noticing, you'll realize most arguments are never worth having in the first place. They are rarely about the truth. They're usually about protecting our egos. Sometimes, the smartest move isn't winning the argument. It's saving your peace and walking away.